Listen, I have an idea.
It's how I feel when you make lemonade. Whatever today has given you. 5'11" headaches, still call it Thanksgiving. True.
Welcome to another edition of the Super Dupa podcast. I'm your host, Rob Griggs, here with the super producer, S. McMahon.
Yes. What's going on, Rob? How you doing, man?
I'm doing, man, about yourself.
I am doing very well. Glad to be here.
Man, look at this. If you see us on YouTube, you see Ez got the Spellman joint on. Shout out to Sis. And I'm always rocking my
Spellman shirt. Yeah.
You did get my salt and pepper popping real nice. Check us out on YouTube. Thank you for checking us out on the Super Duper podcast. We do not take your listens lightly. Make sure you follow us on all socials. What up, Sarah? SUPA, DUPA, POD, and online at hp53productions.com for our Herch additional content such as the Father Good podcast and our own Ez McMahon with the Easy Smoke and GM podcast. You're looking for sporty sports. Make sure you check them out wherever you podcast or listen to. You guys recording soon?
Hopefully this week.
Okay.
With training camp started. So
Good stuff. Well, make sure you find again Easy Smoke and GM podcast wherever you can get your podcast. You listen to this podcast, and also follow us on YouTube at HPP8. Follow us on YouTube at HP53 Productions. Again, you can see us, see how my beard is popping with the salt and pepper. I didn't see this in the mirror this morning. Okay, shout out to the ring light. Yeah, check us out on YouTube. You can see all of our reactions in real time. So again, you can like, subscribe, and share and comment there on YouTube. Shout out to the folks.
I was told it might be ready for it might be just for men time. I don't know.
Yeah. Hey man, listen, I was told. I'm gonna roll with because I ain't gonna lie. So like I thought about it too. Under here, it was real grace, real light, white. Yeah. I was like, hey man, it is what it is.
It's coming in. You can't fight it.
I can't do nothing.
Let's let it roll.
Painting my whole face if I'm doing that. But you know who makes me confident in this is my dad. Listen, my dad. I don't know what he do, but he cut his beard. It's like white, but he got it lined so dope. And it's the right, whatever blade number he used, it's the right one. And it's clean. So I'm like, you know what? If I end up looking like that, I'm cool, man. So, it's always got to stay in shape. Here's the thing. You can't have a salt and pepper beard and, not be in shape for it. So, I'm trying to get back in the gym, keep this cholesterol down.
I hear you.
Yeah, if I told y'all too much. But make sure you like, subscribe, share. And for more of my health stuff, follow us there too. All right, Ez, we missed a lot because we didn't get to record last week because I was working. But, we back on. We're going to make sure this happens. So before we move any further, I want to thank everybody. I had a birthday last week, a week and some change ago. A lot of folks reached out. You know how to make a guy feel special.
Yes, had to do it. Did you?
I had to do it. Had to put the obligatory post. Okay. I was like, I don't like doing that, Ez, but I had to because we didn't record an episode. I was like,
okay,
put this post up. But yeah, one thing, all jokes aside, every year, I'm grateful for it and I'm thankful for it. And I appreciate everybody that, sent me a text, gave me a call. The calls were nice. Really appreciate everybody, the people that call. I mean, nothing against the text message, but, you forget to call people sometimes, man, and just say happy birthday to us. I appreciate that. Again, appreciate that. The gifts I got, shout out to my family, you know what I'm saying? Shout out to my niece and nephew. Got me some nice J's. Appreciate that for sure. But again, just thankful for another year. Thankful for my family for supporting me and all this other stuff and my chipmunks and all that, man. So really glad to be here and have another year to do this thing called life. So as we talked about it, we've missed a lot. Now, it's hilarious because I've always teased you like stuff that Ez doesn't know on the internet. One thing we missed was Hunter Biden, right? Having an interview, almost a 3-hour interview on YouTube. And you had no clue about this, right?
I still don't know what you're talking about.
This is hilarious. So now I didn't see the full interview. I've seen clips and bits of it, but I went to Perplexity to get the highlights of it. But yeah, it's like Hunter Biden had just pretty much an open interview on YouTube, talked about his cocaine addiction, talked about just how he was using it, how magical it was. It's like real, regular stuff. Cocaine, how he got people hooked on.
Hell of a drug.
Trying the cocaine with him, but it's like he was so charming about it. You couldn't help but go, cocaine, huh? So a few highlights from the interview. So he attacked George Clooney. So he said he delivered a strongly worded critique of George Clooney blaming him for sabotaging his dad, Joe Biden's campaign, blasting the actor's call for President Biden to step down after a poor debate. One thing, he criticized the Democratic leaders. He harshly criticized Democratic strategists and prominent supporters who pressured his father to withdraw from the race. He explained his father's performance, saying his dad was taking Ambien and on the campaign trail, and attributed the former president's poor debate showing to exhaustion of medication rather than to mental decline. Condemnation of Trump's immigration policy. He compared the treatment of migrants under Donald Trump to concentration camps. He also talked about, when Trump was I think it was in the White House, and he talked about the Declaration of Independence. It was like, yeah, we could stop the Civil War. We had the Declaration of Independence. It's like, he's like, what if my dad would have said that? Y'all would have killed him. Y'all let Trump get away with it. And that's real talk. You know what I'm saying?
Absolutely.
The rejection of scandal allegations. He dismissed the Republican focus on allegations related to his laptop and business deal as fiction, arguing that the controversy surrounding him pale compared to Trump's family public business with White House access and merchandise. That's not even cap. That's real. They out this crypto stuff with Trump is like, y'all don't see this? Like, nobody's looking at this. Like, they got a whole crypto company. It's like, and the law just happened to line up with this stuff. But okay. And then he also talked about Kamala Harris. Shout out to Kamala Harris. We ain't seen her. Well, I didn't see her. We didn't see her soon. I know she looked good. She feeling great, stress free. drinking her water, chilling.
Yeah.
Shout out to
kind of water.
shout out to her sister. Biden
Word.
Hunter Biden spoke warmly about Kamala Harris, saying she did everything she could to support my dad. They love her like family. Emphasized that President Biden's endorsement of Harris wasn't just, politically motivated. It was really heartfelt. Criticized Democratic leaders such as Nancy Pelosi for undermining Harris's campaign, suggesting internal party disunity played a role in the Democratic loss.
Really?
I mean, I don't know. But yeah, I mean, maybe you can see it, but honestly, I feel like at that point, nobody thought Trump would win. I low-key still think it was fixed, but whatever. Because it's like, remember watching the election, and it was like, dang, she ain't winning those. The whole night, you're like, what is this happening? You know what I'm saying? So in the cocaine addiction, Hunter Biden was very open about his struggles with crack cocaine. So not just cocaine, crack. I think he admitted to going home and cooking it himself. It's like, it blows you. You think about the stereotypes of cocaine and crack, and here it is, the politician's son cooking it like the Clips. Alcohol addiction.
Is it a healthier form of the drug if you cook it yourself?
I don't know. What I'm concerned about, we just talking about this like it's regular. Remember the commercial with the eggs? And it was like, this is your brain.
This is your brain on drugs.
Hey,
Any
man.
questions?
Scare me straight. You understand? And he'll be out here regularly talking about cooking crack like it's a thing. He's sitting back in the interview and like, yeah, I cook crack. What do you think? You know what I'm saying? Concern for the youths. But he described alcohol as a more destructive than crack. Come on, look, man.
No,
I mean, that's debatable. But I can't ride with that. Somebody would probably disagree.
No,
this man said, listen. As I've seen a bunch of people take a shot. You know what I'm saying? I've seen them take a few. Now, I can't say I've seen somebody do crack. I gotta let me preface this there. But I imagine if they do one shot of crack, that's a little more dicey than these shots of alcohol. I mean, I'm just saying with no scientific evidence. I think a very educated guess.
Yeah, I'm good. I'm good on crack. Nah.
I mean, yeah, I think I'm good. That's the title episode. That's very tight.
I'm good on crack.
He described alcohol. I mean, detailing how he was drinking almost a handle of vodka a day. Well, that's a bit different, dog. I mean,
that's way too much.
You in here cooking crack, and you drinking the whole handle of vodka. Man, GTBW. He clarified that the only difference between cocaine and crack is sodium bicarbonate, water, and heat. He sounded like
so. He just taught us how to cook it up. All right.
Listen, he clearly was listening to the new Clips album. Shout out to the Clips. He had that on replay. He's like, I know what y'all talking about. You know what I'm saying? That is hilarious. So listen, he pushed back against the stigma associated with crack use. What are we doing is Hunter was adamant about his sobriety, stating, I have been clean and sober since June 2019. I have not touched a drop of alcohol or drugs, and I'm incredibly proud of that, firmly denying renewed allegations of linking him to the 2023 White House cocaine incident. I forgot about that. They did find some cocaine at the White House. They was like, it's definitely his. He's like, hey, mine is gone. Oh, man. He also noted the irony of being questioned about his addiction by critics who had their own scandals and said public scrutiny has stripped away any secrets, allowing him to be more open about his recovery. This is a pretty insightful interview. So if you haven't checked it out like this, go check it out. I ain't get time to watch 3 hours on this thing.
Who did this interview?
It was a YouTube, the YouTube network, they called it. So this, I guess YouTube get into like longer form of videos. It's like a 3 hour, like a 2-3 hour interview.
Okay. All right.
Yeah, it's pretty cool. Pretty cool. Well, I mean, not that crack stuff is not cool.
Well, crack's not cool.
Crack's not cool. I'm good on crack, as it said.
Yes.
But now, Ez, I know you heard about this because it's everywhere, dog. The CEO at the ColdPlay concert. We won't stay on this long but it's going to lead to something else that we're going to discuss. So I had to fly right there. So I just got to say this, Ez. I don't know how it was. They was putting this in the group chat at the job. You understand me? Like the VPs, directors are all on this call, all in this chat that we had, right? I mean, work stuff is in there. And it's like, has anybody seen this? Man, it was a whole day. I'm like, yo, y'all wilding. I'm not commenting, but I'm enjoying, you know what I'm saying, the back and forth. That's how this permeated the normal day of conversation, man. You know, shout out to the broski. When we were younger, back out in the streets, because we in the streets no more, we're too old. We always used to say, hey, dog, don't get caught on TV. That meant you don't be caught out there, you know, with somebody you're supposed to be with or what have you, and you just in public. So in certain instances, you couldn't go to certain places and spaces because you would be on TV. They were literally on TV, man. You know what I'm saying? And it's like there's no comeback from that and whatnot. But you know who was happy about this ColdPlay concert is the former boss of the NFLPA, Mr. Lloyd Howell. So if you guys haven't seen this, because these things happen at the same time, you probably haven't heard this. Mr. Howell's probably mad that I'm mentioning this right now because this blew past everybody because you guys are making jokes and memes about ColdPlay. So apparently, Lloyd Howell, the former NFLPA executive director, resigned after documents revealed he charged the union fund. Now, president of the union, NFL union. So NFLPA, if you guys don't know, NFL Players Association. They pretty much make sure the players' needs are met when, you know, there's negotiations with the NFL, and so they represent the players. I explain that correctly, Ez, pretty much?
Yeah, that's right.
Okay. So he was the executive director of this. Usually they have a person that's like over this, that is like, hey, this is a pretty big deal. We did a story a while back about how the NFLPA, a couple of other leagues, Play Association got together to do the marketing. That's how these deals are coming on. That's how powerful these people can be. He has a pretty good job, right? So, you know, perks to say gig. So he resigned after documents revealed he charged union funds for visits to strip clubs, including a $738 car service and a $2,426 in expenses labeled as player engagement event. And he wasn't at an event. Well, it was his own event.
Well,
actually, when I see these numbers,
sometimes, you know, you go where the meetings are, you know, and
hey, listen,
the meetings just happen to be at Magic City.
He's trying to get work done. But when you look at the numbers, though, I mean, 738, 24, 26, but I think, you know, obviously, of course, it's the misuse of funds. Because if you're doing it,
you're not supposed to do that.
Not supposed to be doing that. So I don't want to put out there. I'm cool with just state fact. So here's the thing. A union employee flagged that the Miami club visit due to its high cost and location. Somebody went, nah. A similar incident occurred in Atlanta over a year later. Howard had previously faced scrutiny at Booz Allen for similar strip club related reimbursements. So he just like, this is what I've been doing. You know what I'm saying? I get the work done. Howell was previously named in the sexual discrimination lawsuit at Booz Allen, which was settled. Multiple ethics questions raised. Howell consulted for the Carlyle Group, a league-approved investment firm, while leading the NFLPA. See, here's the problem is, because we talked about it, $738 and 24. So have you ever you had a job where you file expenses for, you
Yes.
had this, right? So here's the thing. Every once in a while, there's something like you got so like parking. You don't know how the parking's gonna be. You come back, it's like $50. They're like, dang, that's a lot. My bad. And you can get away with it every blue moon when it's like, okay, this guy doesn't know how to get the expenses. Good guy, right? Okay, you just kind of, hey, sorry guys, the parking was crazy. I didn't know I had to go this. That's right. Fine, they sign it out. That's all thing. But when you keep having multiple infractions, then everything is a thing now. You know what I'm saying? And so now the whistleblower throw up the car service. He probably hated Mr. Howell anyway. I hate this guy. Got him 738 and 2426. And they were like, hold on, man. We didn't cover up everything else.
Well, no,
Go ahead.
I'm sure the name of the place wasn't
Absolutely
on
not.
the expense sheet, but
Oh, yeah.
there probably was an address there.
No, I think
That's how they found out.
in the story I saw, to your point, when they like Google Earth the thing and was
Okay.
like, nah,
Yeah.
and now we got him. It's like, come on,
Yeah.
yeah, I got him. But I guess that's why you gotta live right, because then that stuff come back to haunt you, and then now you're stuck.
And I heard he went straight from the airport to said place. It was like stop one, got to get there.
Yeah,
That's not a good look.
well, so again, so how these is linked to ColdPlay is this thing is. What's that conversation when you get home? Like the ColdPlay guy, it's like he's done for, right? It's a matter of he's got to let his wife just until she stopped yelling and screaming and beating him just taking half. He just done nothing he can do, right? He's stuck. It's all over the place. She embarrassed, but this guy's like, hey, so I lost my job. So it's like, so honey, what happened? Politics. They hate. They mad because I'm trying to entertain clients, baby. They wanted me out anyway. Yeah, let's go to Aruba. Don't look at the news. So it's like that's all he got. He got. I hope she never see nothing, but she know everything that's happening, man. It's just a lot. Please, y'all, live right. Do what you gotta do, live right. So
Well,
no
live
judgment.
right, but also in
No
the
judgment
case
on here.
in the case of the Coldplay concert, man, don't act guilty while you're on camera. Just let it ride, and probably nobody would ever know.
Bruh, here's the thing about that, right? Since we haven't talked about it. They've been doing this for a long time, right? Because that was comfort. That was, we ain't been caught yet. You know what I'm saying? That's like, we chilling. We do it. That is the first concert they've been to. You see what I'm saying?
Well,
First
that,
one.
and then you got the owner of the company, you got the head of HR,
Everybody at work, no.
but there was a woman right next to them.
Yeah.
Woman right next to them that was also an HR employee.
But I think she got did she get like a recent promotion or something?
Yeah.
Yeah, but I know what that was. She caught them kissing one day. It was like, yeah. See, she did what the person who flagged my man should did. Like, hey, look, Playboy, I need a new job. You know what I'm saying? You know what? I think I like VP of stuff. And I mean, my man, like, all right, what are you gonna do? That's what happened with her. That's why she ducked and ran. Everybody, but to your point is, everybody knew. They knew they was low key, like insulated, and so it was like they lost in love. New Edition at the concert. I mean, all wrapped and entangled together, man. It's like, dude. And I heard this on another podcast. I can't take credit for it. It was like guy was like, they probably looked at the screen and it took them a minute to register, like, that's us on the screen. Like, wait a second, and just run. So you think you should have laid into it?
You play it cool. You're on the screen for 5 seconds and that's it. But they acted guilty. You turn around and the guy jumped off the stage, and
I mean,
that just, man, of course you're gonna, that's gonna get attention.
Listen, Justice never should have been there in the first place. Y'all got a box, right? In the box.
Yeah,
Back you go, bro. What are you doing? You know what I'm saying? They just messing up their lives, but they gave the internet something to look at for weeks and something that entered into my job work chat. So that was pretty hilarious, man. Another thing that was in the news is, so I'm sure you saw Klay Thompson and Megan Thee Stallion kind of rolled out their relationship. Didn't see this one coming, right? You know what I'm saying? So what do you think about it? You have any thoughts on it at all? Because I was like, would they ask care?
No, it's two stars of their industry
Yeah.
together. That makes sense.
Because I thought about it, I was like, why do people care about this stuff?
Oh
Like when
yeah,
celebrities get together, right? But I think a lot of times it's like you like to see if people match, right? I like a lot of times it's like a Jay-Z Beyonce. That makes sense. Like they quote unquote match, right? Because a lot of times you see these celebrity couples, like you'll see a famous model and you see a husband like she married this dude. Say like I had a shot. You know what I'm saying? Like shout out to Alexis Fields. This is sponsored by Crush. Get your
I was
strawberry
gonna say, I
orange
feel
and
like
peach.
we've had this conversation before.
We have, but probably
Yeah.
off camera because I mean, you know what I'm saying? Because shout out to Alexis Field. Because when I saw her boo, and I was like, hey, he looked like me. You could have had me, Alexis Fields. All right, I'm gonna stop. Please tag her. Sarah, she might see this. But yeah, I think people want to see. They want to see if it matches. Because so many people don't match, right? Because there are a lot of odd couples, like in entertainment, just in life. Like you can see people outside, like they together. That's weird, okay, whatever works. People guess how they got together. Oh, he got money, or she this, or what have you. So I think that's people just fascination with couples in general, and with celebrities, it's just more like a thing. Like you kind of see people together and wondering if that makes sense or why, if it will make sense. And of course, people try to gauge how long it'll work and if it'll work and blah, 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 blah. Apparently, Megan's ex-boyfriend was going wild, making rap songs about this. And Klay like, look at these rings, Playboy. I got a yacht. You know what I mean? That shit going, she good, dog. We worry about you. We actually play your song through dinner. You know what I'm saying? That's crazy. So I looked at up like NBA dudes and entertainers, or NBA women and famous. So before I go into that, I heard somebody like they were comparing this to Russell Wilson and Sierra, right? Because when Russell Wilson and Sierra got together, that was kind of like, wait a second. Because, it was like Russell's first wife was, nothing like Sierra. And Sierra, people, I don't think people realize how famous Sierra really is. You know what I'm saying? Like you hear her name, but like, and then she's like a gorgeous woman. You know what I'm saying? On top of just being talented and just been doing this for a while, she's stunning. Like, Sierra ain't put out a record in a minute, but she's on the red carpet and everybody
absolutely
is looking. You know what I'm saying? She's fantastic. They got a gang of kids together. The whole Future thing, because Future is the father of her first child. So that was a whole Future was kind of throwing side jabs. But Russell, he made him a couple $100 million, right? He a pro athlete, you know what I'm saying? He keep giving, she keeps getting these babies, so some must be working. Right. Shout out to Russell. And they were like, Klay ain't no lame, you know what I'm saying? Because I had this conversation with somebody, was like, I don't think Klay tough enough. I was like, hey man, look, I think Klay, that dude, shout out to him. Congratulations. Hope
tough enough for what?
That's what he was like. He don't seem rough and tough. And I was like, hey man, Klay about
Klay, yeah.
Klay about that life. So, but I looked up NBA dudes and entertainers. So they had Donovan Mitchell and Coco Jones, right? They just got engaged.
They got engaged. Yeah, I heard about that. Yeah.
So remember Nick Young and Iggy Azalea? I don't think people
I remember that. I do remember
how famous Nick Young was. Really like
Swaggy P
dude. Like it was crazy.
Yeah.
Then of course his boy played him. Man, that's rough. That's the original ColdPlay. Devin Booker and Kendall Jenner, man, that was a pretty big deal for a while.
Wait. Devin Booker and I don't remember that.
Yeah, I mean, but she was like, young. They were Devin Booker, because the thing is, Devin Booker is famous. Like, if you know sports, he's famous, and people might know him here and there. But I don't think he's like famous.
No,
you know what I'm saying? Like a random person who
just scored 70 points in a game once.
Right, but it's just like people don't know him like that, even though he is would you say he's a superstar? He's definitely a star.
Like, he's a star. I don't know if he's a superstar.
Okay. So what makes a superstar? Like superstar, I think it's like
superstar is you're a face of the league.
Okay, very fair.
Yeah.
Chris Humphries and Kim Kardashian. Now
I remember that.
But he wasn't a star. I think most of the guys we're talking about are stars. Like this, like they got some cash in the league. Chris was barely making the team. They had him on teams. They could see Kim. You understand me? It's like, yeah. Bring him right to practice, Playboy. So yeah, Chris on Krim, and they were married just 72 days. That's pretty wild. They had the team. Was that on the Kardashian show or they had their own separate show? Who knows? But I know
I
it's
couldn't tell you.
I know I was like,
They
as
all
I was
run.
asking
It's all
questions
the
like,
same.
why am I asking this? He don't know.
Yeah, I don't know.
So then Tristan Thompson and Khloe Kardashian, and I mean, this brother keep cheating on her. But then remember it was Lamar Odom and Khloe
Yeah,
Kardashian.
Chloe, yeah.
Hey, now they had their own show, man. That's pretty wild. That was again, that feels like a lifetime ago, but that was a real thing. Tony Parker and Eva Longoria, married in 07 and divorced in 2010 amid cheating rumors. And then the original Chris Webber and Tyra Banks. Remember that? Yeah, I remember that because it was
Vaguely.
like Chris Webber and Tyra Banks. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
What was
So I
that
was
like?
thinking,
Like early 2000?
yeah, early
Late
2000s.
90s, early
Because I remember
2000s?
when Tyra Banks popped on the scene, it was like, hold on, who is this woman? And then when she was on the
That's
Fresh
Tyra
Prince,
Banks, fool.
it is when she was on Fresh Prince, it was like, yo, she's gorgeous.
That was the penny, the little penny.
Oh
Remember
yeah,
that? Yeah.
yeah. So now does Jim Jackson, Jason Kidd, and Tony Braxton count? Hey,
Wow.
we're all
Allegedly. Allegedly. Allegedly.
allegedly.
Yes.
Yes. So that is but shout out to Klay Thompson, Megan Thee Stallion, because I don't know if you saw the rollout. Did you see how I rolled out on the internet on Instagram?
Well, I saw they showed up at a red carpet
So
together.
before that, so there was a picture of Megan on like in a pool side taking some pictures.
Okay.
And it was like, is that Klay Thompson in the background? And it was the people obviously zoomed in, and Klay was just on a beach chair reading. And it was like, that's Klay Thompson. So it was like, all right. Then it was another set of photos where I think it was on Klay's page. He's kissing her, but it was like her back and like her wig. It was her hair. But he's clearly kissing a woman. It was like, that's wild. And so, that was kind of how they rolled it out. Then it was like they're on this red carpet, and that's how we are together. So I guess, that's the thing now. When you're a celebrity couple, you have to have a rollout. You just can't
Can't just
be together.
yeah.
But the problem is you regular people gonna start doing this stuff, and that's unnecessary. Don't nobody care, man. We broke it up in 6 months doing rollouts. Hey, man, y'all don't even like each other like that. But okay, see that be the problem is regular folks doing this stuff, man. So a couple more things, and we'll get to in the 90s. So a couple people passed away while we haven't recorded air. So we saw Hulk Hogan. How did you feel about Hulk Hogan, man, when hearing about his death?
Very conflicted.
Yeah, that's how I felt.
There was the 9-year-old in me that was the Hulkamaniac.
Yeah.
That was sad about it.
Brother. Yeah.
You say you train, you say your prayers, you take your vitamins, and then of course there's the adult in me that, knows what came out with him. And the racial slurs and all that. It's it's like, later for that dude. So very, very conflicted, the whole the childhood adult thing.
Yeah. But I'm with you, and I agree with you, man. It's like, you forget how big a star Hulk Hogan was
huge.
When we were younger. I mean, remember he was in Rocky. People don't understand it who are younger, but that was a big deal for like a person who was not in a movie to be in a movie. That makes sense. It's like he's in a movie. Not anybody in the movie, but like that back then it was like, oh, the phone. And you see what he was doing, playing a big giant and being silly. It's like that's what you got in the movie for, to be a buffoon to a degree. But it was like, wow, Hulk is in the movie.
I mean, we wrestling. That was appointment watching.
Yeah. The Ultimate Warrior was something. Yeah, you think about him, the Ultimate Warrior, Macho Man,
the Macho Man, Jake the Snake Roberts.
Yeah.
Bobby Heenan, the Brain, and just so many other Junkyard Dog. Remember him, Hacksaw Jim Duggan. That was a big deal back then, man. And
I think, go ahead.
Oh, go ahead.
No, make a point. I got you. I can
No, I'm just saying, man, that so because of that, there's feelings there.
Yeah.
Obviously, So like I said, conflicted. I think that's the best word. Best word to say.
Yeah, it's just it's to your point, big star. He was big, everybody Hulkamania, that was a real thing. But I think it's just a sign of how, you get older, man, and things evolve and change. And sometimes things don't always evolve for the better, right? And you just, a lot of things that get me through life is like nothing lasts forever. So like you gotta enjoy it while you have it and what it is at that particular time. Because him being the Hulkamaniac and all that stuff, that was the time. We enjoyed it. It was inspiring, but then he turned into something else. And hey, man, that's your life you want to live, bro. So I'm gonna stay, we know. Hope you're sorry for your family's loss. You know what I'm saying? But you turn to somebody that we no longer liked like that, man.
Right.
So, again, condolences to his family. You know me, I'll never be like, glad you're dead. I ain't trying to do that. Nah. But it's like condolences to your family. Hey, and there was a time we thought you were a hero, and that we grew up enough to know that was no longer the case. So, and that's that. But now something that's a bit more that kind of got me a little bit was, of course, when we heard the Malcolm Jamal Warner pass, man, died at 54 years old and died of an accidental drowning. So that hit me two different ways. So I'll tell I don't know if we talked about, and I guess talk about on the pod, it's a little tricky, but we'll get through it. So no, we maybe talked about this before, Ez, but I actually had two cousins drown. Like, so my aunt, uncle, shout out to them, they both had passed on. Their sons preceded them in death, and they both died via drowning.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying? And it was like, you see my Uncle B, God rest his soul, my Aunt Klay, God rest her soul, like you just be thinking like, man, they lost their two sons. You know what I'm saying? Like years apart, the same way. You know what I'm saying? And so like you think about how I remember my uncle just randomly crying. I guess his oldest son, the one that died first, like I guess I looked like him to a degree, or like even the thing behind my ear, like he had it. Sometimes he would just call me, grab and call me son. And sometimes I was like, I guess he sees something and he need a minute. So I just let it ride. You know what I'm saying? Because like and again, I've lost children, right? We have talked about this on the pod, and they breathed in my hand, for 5 seconds. Imagine like you've been with this kid. My first cousin died. He was 16. He got drowned at 16. You did 16 years of your son. Now your second son passed. He's in his mid 30s. You know what I'm saying? And it's like you just spent time. I mean, and you've lived a bunch of years thereafter, right? Because I think my cousin Derek died in I think it was 04. Yeah, and so my Uncle B passed a couple years ago. And so, man, wow. Actually won a couple years ago. But it's still heartbreaking for the family. But it's like, that all that time had passed, he lost children. So when I saw that, that's the first thing I thought about, like just like these accidental drownings and just experienced that person. So really condolences to his family, because it didn't seem like he had any health issues. Didn't seem like, nothing was going on. He was just living his life, being a great artist, being a great person, Instead of Bomani Jones, so they made a comment about like he's one of the few people who like he escaped that young actor, child actor
child
life.
actors,
And it's like, he became the person you hoped he would be, like for real. You know what I'm saying? And then when you think about just who he was, like it's something. We talk about the '90s a lot, right? Because that's an area we were teenagers. But when Theo was around, he was like the guy we thought we were gonna be, or that's our older brother to a degree, right? We little kids. Oh, that's what we do when we get to high school. That's how it is when you got dating with girls, or your family, whatnot. And so that was just something to see, man. It's good, but what I appreciate is the love he's getting from people, and the love he's getting from just the world and people making posts and whatnot. So I think that's really cool to honor his life. So I want to do this real quick, man. Your top Theo moments. So I got number one as Gordon Gartrell, the shirt. Like, listen, that's one of my favorite. I still reference Gordon Gartrell like often. You know what I'm saying? Just because that's something a teenager would do. I can't afford this. I'm gonna get my sister to make it for me. Bada bing, bada boom, and it's a mess. You know what I'm saying? And that shirt was horrible, man. Like real. Shout out to Gordon Gartrell, man. Number two was okay. Remember the episode? He and Cockroach were going to a party. This actually changed. I ain't gonna lie. This changed my life. He was great. We're going to a party. They got to some place. only one of them can get in, and it's like, no, you go, no, you go, and
Oh
then
no, 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 it wasn't a part. No, no, no. They was on
it was a show. It was a
dance. It
show
was
they was
like
going
Dance
to, right?
Fever or something
Yeah,
like that.
dancing, right,
Yeah,
right. And then
yeah,
like
yeah.
cockroach go, and cockroach like, all right, and it was
He
like,
took it. Yeah, the third time, Cockroach said, okay, and he
and
went
then
in.
no, he was supposed to
He's
say.
supposed to.
Ever since that episode, if I want to do something, say I want to go. You know what I'm saying? I don't play no games, dog. That changed my life. No. He was at the crib, man, bro. Cockroach had the time of his life. You know what I'm saying? And of course, Justine. That was one of my favorite episodes with Theo, man. You got any favorite Theo moments, man?
Probably um, when he wanted to be an adult.
Oh, yeah.
And so they cleared out the house and he had to, get into the real world. That's what it
Yeah.
was.
Yeah.
He wanted to be a part of the real world. And so he found out, what rent is and, having to buy furniture and wait a minute, you still got to buy food too.
Yeah.
I thought that episode was hilarious.
Listen, I can't wait to do that to my kids, to the boys. I'm listening. Can't, can't wait. Can't wait.
um, the one where he had lied about he came home late
Mm-hmm,
from a track meet or something like that,
mm-hmm.
and uh, Claire knew that he was lying, so she put him on trial,
Oh wow. Yeah.
and so they went through a whole courtroom performance. We kind of it's all the cockroach shows that we're talking about.
Man, listen.
um,
Sidebar.
and then
Claire Huxtable.
obviously, oh, go ahead.
No. Finish your point. I won't forget. Trust me, I won't forget.
Oh, okay. I was gonna say, and then obviously, the first one, um, when Cliff gave him the what was it? Had the Monopoly money. That's I think
Mm-hmm.
that might be the pilot episode.
That might. I know you're talking about.
I think it's the
Yeah.
pilot episode where they went through, if you're gonna live, okay, you get $1,000 a month.
Yeah.
You gotta pay for it. It's the same concept,
Yeah.
but
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 you
the
still.
regular people are left with nothing. That
Yeah.
that that always stayed with me.
Man, I know I was gonna sidebar to talk about how beautiful Claire Huxtable was and is. Felicia Rashad is just
Yeah,
still in her advanced age, still just a gorgeous, elegant. She just has always had an elegance to her. You know what I'm saying? Like even as a young, I'm sure she was killing them young dudes. Just, ma'am, listen, I know I only work here, but I pay your rent. I do the best I can. You were just amazing. Please don't smile at me like that. You know what I'm saying? Lord have mercy. But yeah, man, that was a shout. God rest his soul. And
but no, that
condolences.
that that hit hard, man. Um, I don't remember a world without that character, without Theo, well, without the Cosby Show, really. So,
Yeah.
to
Yeah.
this day, I
But
still, if it's on, that's if I'm searching through channels, that's an automatic stop if the Cosby Show is on.
we are at that age, man. Where like things like this happen. I think just you gotta, we have to take advantage of the time that we have and the people that we are with because we are at that stage where you don't know how long you got.
Yeah,
So
yeah,
so
that's
while you
real.
got it, just enjoy it. Tell people you love them, call your folks, enjoy the things around you. You know what I'm saying? I try to tell out to the boys a lot, right? It's like you can't just enjoy what you have right now, right? You stay so worried about, I'm gonna get this tomorrow. No, hey man, what you got today? Like just enjoy it because literally when it's gone, you be sad. And just like, you don't not obviously with Theo, we didn't know Michael Jamal Warner. But it's still like, I think what his life represents. And again, just can't really speak enough of. Did you know he was a Grammy Award winner? Did you know he won
I
a
didn't I
Grammy?
didn't know I didn't know that.
That was crazy. I was like,
Yeah,
whoa, he been doing all kind of
yeah,
stuff.
yeah.
And then Malcolm and Eddie was cool. I remember that show. I enjoyed it for a little bit. But I think just proud of him. You know what I mean? And the life he made because it could have been easy to just live in the shadow of the Cosby Show. Get in trouble, and guess what? People would have been like, we understand. This is that was a big deal. Everybody doesn't make it out, but he like tried, had a family, man. You know what I'm saying? Was really just doing his thing. So I think that's what makes it difficult, right? But also I feel at peace about it because he lived his life, right? And unfortunately, it was cut short. But what I'm sure if he looked back, he did He lived, he made it, he made a life for himself, made his own name, right? Made his own name, own space. And he was Malcolm Jamal Warner. I should have something to shake too, like shaking the Theo. You know, you and I are saying, right? We both have our father's names. And so, people look at you as little whatever
Right.
for the longest. So that's hard to shake, you know what I mean? Until like a point, and it's like, okay, you are your. It takes a minute though. It takes a minute.
People, stop calling me that.
Like,
that is
yes,
not my name.
that is not my name. Like, oh my God.
Lil is not a part of my name.
I was like, all right, killing me, man. But no, but shout out to him, man, for just making sure that he made his own name with him. That should be all our goal in life, making your own name and leaving the pot. You want people to say good things about you when you leave this earth, man. I think that's the name of the game. So, if you feel like that's not the way you're gonna be, you might want to change your life. You know what I'm saying? If you woke up today, you still got time. If somebody say something good about you, it's on pepper, it's popping. So that before it is, dog. I ain't know. Shout out to Bevel, man. They got Shout out to Bevel.
You didn't look in the mirror today? Was you just?
I mean, I just got dressed. I was running late for church. I just got dressed. I didn't see it, and maybe it's the ring light. I don't know, but this is popping. Shout out to Bevel, no doubt. Tag him, Sarah. Shout out to Bevel. Yeah, y'all got this glowing. All right, what we got out of here is we're gonna do in the 90s.
I'm born into the 90s. Make it feel good. Come on, yeah. Make it feel good, ladies.
All right, so it's in the 90s. It's a quick one for us today. That's what she said. So here's the thing. I'm thinking about this because I don't know what. Oh, well, you probably. So the name Super Dupa, right? Mm-hmm. College had a rap name, Super Duper RO, right? Because we freestyle, we rap. We had a whole rap.
I did not know that. That's where the show's name come from.
And we had a show, and I was just Super DJ, Super RO, right? And my boy Jay, he would go Super Duper. He just called me Super Duper all the time. So, but it was a thing when I was in college, right? And we were in the same college. People just were freestyle, people ciphers. Again, I went to school out east, so it's a little different. But people were always getting together.
No, I think that was a universal thing.
That's what I'm saying, right? Yeah, and I feel like the way the rap listened to that and I'm sure you've done it. You freestyle in the car, you wrote some rhymes, you probably I'm sure by yourself you have. A song that's freestyle, and you tried to put your name
because I knew as soon as that would come out, it would just be whack. So I'm like, I'm not spitting no whackness out there, even if I'm by myself. I'm not putting that out there into the world. No,
I got you. See, but that's the thing. Everybody who's of our age, freestyle, get a few lines out, and like you said, like, that's trash. I'm gonna stop. Do it by myself. Shout out to Shizzy the Boss again. People don't believe. If you just met him now, you would know it. Coldest MC that never been signed. I said to the day I die because I heard it. I was there. I saw it with my own eyes. D could rock a crowd.
Now you just gotta have, you know what, man? You gotta have the vocabulary, man.
Yeah. Now
I'm sure he scored like an 800, on SAT and verbal. Cool. So yeah, that makes sense.
And now he's Biff from Finance. Okay, it's cool, man. We all do well. shout out to Sheezy. So. But I was thinking, man, because he's also too free, because freestyling, right? Because Common is great. Remember, a lot of rappers used to go on Rap City, and you had to go in the booth. That proved that you knew what you were doing. You know what I'm saying?
In the basement, yeah.
It's like if you couldn't freestyle, what would we listen to you for? And it's weird, right? It's like, why was that was a litmus test, but it was. It's like, you can't go in the booth. Funk Flex had a whole thing on GCI a lot of times in Chicago. It'll be, people get on the air, it's like, well, spit a few bars for us. I think Jay-Z kind of started shutting it down. He was like, I don't give these rounds away for free. You know what I'm saying? That kind of thing. It's like, come on, Jay, messing it all up. But your best could do it because it showed that they had the lyrical genius to put the words together on the spot. Like Common would do a thing where at his shows, people would throw words out. He'll spit it. Black Thought the same way, right? Yeah. They just were cool.
Black Thought is ridiculous.
He nice with it. Because again, the Roots concerts can't beat it. Yeah. Now, the thing is, people don't do it anymore. And it's like, think about it. I know we had the game, you know what I'm saying? It's a younger man's game, as a younger person's game. But you don't see that anymore. But that's reflected in the music. Like the technical skill to be an MC is not a thing as it used to be. Like, Now you just make a hit song, it's formulaic, got certain beats, songs sound very similar. I'm not even being an old man about it. That's just a fact, right? And I mean, I think Drake, they had Drake freestyle ones. It was cool. A lot of his freestyles were written, or they were like written in a phone,
And
right? And
that's
the
not
people
a
would,
that's not a freestyle, man.
that's the whole, and that's the thing that's remember that was the age of people they would call them freestyles, but like they had just written them already, but they were just kind of spitting them on the track, just to,
Yeah.
this was like a round that was already in their head. And it's like that's not what it was. It was like I wasn't prepared, but I'm so nice with it. I just do it,
Yeah,
and it's
the
cold.
point of the freestyle was just because it was straight off the dome, you know.
Yeah, and again, it just showed your skill of rapping without even knowing what you're going to talk about. So, it's weird because it just doesn't happen anymore. It's like, well, all the real MCs gone, because you think about like Clips making a resurgence. Shout out to Nas. I think he was the first like rapper to be like, all right, I'm gonna be in my late 40s, early 50s, still putting out hot music. Not and it doesn't look like it's like, what this dude doing? Like getting a check? No, I'm doing it because I'm still great at it. And so, you've seen rappers kind of doing this, Clips doing the latest, because I think Malice is 50, say 51, 52, Pushes like, our age or maybe a little older.
Mm-hmm.
And it's like, hey, they still got it, right? So why not? And you can hear the difference in their rhymes versus like these young guys rhyme. But hey, I still turn them on and rock to it, but it's like it's not difficult. And I think that now I don't know that may not be such a bad thing. Because remember, like to rap, to even be understanding rap, it was like these difficult multisyllabic double line, triple line tendres. He's like, you had to listen to the record over and over again. So like, what are they talking about again? You looking up, you in the book, looking up in the encyclopedia like to learn to just listen to one verse. Now I just ride a car up and down the street. It go, whoo, see? Just right there. What you got in here? Right now, Sarah.
That's today.
That's today, man. I just got up on my bike. I'm gonna go to the store.
God, that's whack.
Chips.
Still, I can't do it.
Then still couldn't do it.
Still couldn't
It's
do
like,
it.
what happened, man? But I wish I don't necessarily need people to go back to freestyling, right? Because I remember, listen, pocket circles. Because I used to beatbox. That I was the beatboxer of the said cipher, depending on where it was, man. So that's how D and we had a routine because I knew what he was trying to get to. But yeah, I do. I don't know if I miss it. Do you miss it, Ed? Do you miss seeing cats freestyling? Is that a big thing for you?
Yeah. I thought it was always in good fun,
Yeah.
You were always, it was a battle. Most times it was a battle.
Yeah.
And it would turn into a, sort of a freestyle diss session.
Right, pretty much. But see, and
it was cool.
I will say, because I don't want to say people aren't freestyle. I don't want to forget your point, but it's like you see on the internet a lot of battle rap, a lot of battle, battles, rap battles that you see. And most of it is just like, to your point, it's like I'm just crushing you, killing you.
Yeah.
But people used to just freestyle like just because it was fun, you to pass the time, right? Just song come on and people just start doing their best. Like you said, it was a roasting session too if somebody was good enough to do it. But like now the battles you see, they're like saying really like, 8 Mile stuff about people like your Clarence, your parents are together, that kind of stuff. Like, whoa, do you even know me like that?
And Claire's parents have a real good marriage.
You know what I'm saying? Like, and it was like, oh.
Why was that such a bad thing?
I was saying, like, hey man, that's a side. I heard somebody say, like, unfortunately, black people make like the bad things look good, because that's how we, not in a negative way, but it's like that's how we just take on life. Like, you give us something bad, we're gonna turn around and make it look good. So it's like you got white people trying to look poor. Like, we don't want to be poor. We doing this because we got on the joints. You know what I'm saying? So it's like Clarence parents had a good marriage. Oh,
have you heard Anthony Mackie talk about that? Because he played he was Papa Doc in the movie, and he said basically him and Eminem had they talked the day before, and Em got all this information about him.
Oh, I think I did see this. Yeah.
And he's like, wait a minute,
for real, dog.
He's talking about me.
Man, that's something. But I think, so here's the thing. I feel like music can get to a point because I think it goes up and down where it's fun and free. Because think about like Kid and Play, oh la, hey, dancing just cool. Then it got to like, nah, real gangster stuff. You gotta be serious. Now we like, got the snaps and all that music, and then now we kind of in this mishmash of whatever. And now we got the clips coming back, and not Nas gonna drop another record. Who knows tomorrow? That's coming out. But I think there's a place in low key. I think Drake is like the intersection of this, where it's like it can still be fun, and still be like everybody can't do this, right? I feel like that's what freestyle. There we go. That's what freestyling kind of show. Like, yeah, everybody can try, but everybody can't do this. Like the records people making now, people can do it. You just replace the person and just say this stuff over this beat, right? But like freestyling, man, everybody can't do this, not well, right? And so like because everybody can do this, when you make a song, that means hey, you're a special person. Because for you to do this, that means you're really good at rapping, So I think there's a lane we can get there. But that's in the 90s for this week. Why people don't freestyle anymore. I miss it. I might do a bonus freestyle. I'm not going to do it. If you want freestyle, I'm not going to do it. Sorry, Sarah. We're not going to post that. I might, if I'm feeling good, might make it happen. Throw a beat on, try to do it. Sometimes Chase and I ride in the car because he's a singer. Shout out to Chase. He'll go, Dad, rap to this. What? I'm not your monkey, but I'm in the car. Yeah, I won't. Me and Chase on the MIC. He looking like that's a bit much, Pop. I just needed like 8 bars. Thanks. All right. Thank you for checking out the Super Duper Pod. We do not take your listens lightly. Make sure you follow us on all socials. SUPADUPAPOD. What up, Sarah? And online at HP53productions.com for our merch. Also follow us on YouTube at HP53 Productions so you can see my salt and pepper beard that's glowing in the ring light. And make sure you like, subscribe, share, and comment. The haters will take you to. Make sure you comment on there. Let us know how you like the show, what you're doing, what we can do better, what you enjoy. Again, we thank you for. Has I missed anything?
No, I think you covered it all.
Okay. Make sure you take care of yourselves and each other. Hey, mama. This is the Super Duper Podcast.
That's champagne, real pain, champagne from you and I. Wait, you and I? Now that's champagne if you was I. Would you be off on this campaign? Is it suicide? If you know that bringing hope here is how careers die. Or do the K stand for kamikaze? The J silent is everywhere, you can feel them probably. Surely, lately, I've been up late with demons in my basement trying to get me to hate this. Life thinking I should be further and then I choke up. As soon as I got silent, then the truth spoke up. They said, how you know you ain't perfect? Let that soak up and soak in. You know how you know that you blessed? I woke up.